If you could teach the world one thing you've learned about love, what lesson would you want everyone to carry with them? Hi, I'm Pantskind. Welcome back to another episode as usual. I've asked myself this question one time, and I thought about it because I was walking through my hallway and I got that euphoria kind of moment. But I'm asking you one quick question. If you could just tell everyone, hey, this is one thing I've learned when it comes to love. Something I've learned to help in others, to a partner, to even friends, animals. This is love. Love is a very vast thing, so I want you to really think, what is it? What's one thing you've learned? And my personal experience, I am one person that's went through relationship to relationship to relationship, and I kept doing that. And I kept on doing that for years. Then I slowed down because at a point you realize you can't just give it away every single time. Love could be something given, like being nice to someone, or loving animals and have a love for a project or love for a thing. But to a person, you can't just give it away. Love is something sacred to you, more or less as something you only give to one person when it comes to relationships. And the thing I want to teach people, in myself, if I had to give my own 2 cents to the world, is that it just takes time. It takes a lot of time. Most people, when they first get in a relationship and do anything, they're not rushing things sometimes. Like, they're not even doing that. It's the fact that you guys just met, or you guys been friends for years. Being friends for years is not equivalent to love, because now you have more steps, more things you entrust in someone. And a lot of us could take that for granted, and sometimes we're like, hey, this person knows me a lot. This person knows me. So let me just be more me. And all of a sudden, it just feels like you changed. It's not you. You're not a different person. You didn't just change out of nowhere. You're giving yourself fully to this person. You're not just a friend. You're not just I don't even know. I can't really get past that. I don't want to say best friend because it just doesn't make sense anymore. It's that I've done that where I was with someone, known them for a year, and more than a year actually, started dating them, and it didn't work out because you're not you. Sometimes they said, like, that one thing that hurt me was saying that you're not you anymore, like, you've changed. Is because I gave my full self out. I was me as a friend, but then I became someone more. I was like, oh, now relationship, I can share more secrets, I can share more stuff about me, things that I can trust in this person over time. But they did leave me to get hurt, and that was painful, to being told to your face that you have changed. And I want people to know that don't change yourself so quickly. Don't rush things like I did, where I was a friend and then I instantly went from friend to relationship kind of mind, where I was like, oh, they need to know this stuff about me. And doing that so quickly is not that good. It's not healthy. And other people have different ways of doing things with their partner, and how long they know someone, know what they're comfortable with. I knew what this person was comfortable with. They just didn't, I don't think they wanted to hear more sides of me that I was like, hey, this is actually, I don't really tell my friends this, but if you're with me, that I like to do this on my off time. Nothing creepy, like playing games or doing reading stories, and it's just gonna be awkward explaining stuff. But friend me is I could be there for someone, have fun, hang out. But when in my relationship, I got my own like hobbies and stuff, and I would like to share stuff and write stories with someone or do things with someone. But that wasn't a friend me. You didn't see that as me as a friend. You saw that as someone else. Like, well, I never saw this part about you. We do that a lot, I feel like. We start sharing parts of ourselves that are us, but not what everyone sees about us. Not everyone sees these sides of us. We all have secrets that we're allowed to keep, and we have secrets we're allowed to share. It's up to you to share these things about yourself. But when it comes to love, you gotta slow down sometimes. You gotta not start rushing things and get a relationship really quickly so you can be with someone really quickly and just have just all these moments. You don't want them fast. You can't do that. And I know a lot of people get married so early, and I know it can work. It has worked. People will argue that it's happened before. A lot of things happen before, but they happen in such volume. They don't happen a lot. People say that if you gamble a lot, you win the lottery. You can win the lottery. Yes, you can. But the chances are small. I feel like people think that they're gonna win the lottery every single time when it comes to dating someone. That's not true. You could be with someone your whole life and something could go wrong. There's just things that every single time. Not everyone's gonna go against you. Not everyone's gonna fight against you. Not everyone's gonna cheat. It's the fact of we expect the perfect, all of a sudden, some people like me expect like, hey, this would be the perfect relationship. There's nothing wrong. You think so optimistically, and that's okay. But then you don't ever think about what they like, what their bad side, like what they don't want, what you shouldn't share, things you shouldn't do and say. We forget. And I feel like I want to talk to you about that. Who's ever listening, leave a comment or anything what I'm talking about. If you agree or disagree, I want to know. Because I'm young. I'm only 19, all right? So I really don't have the full life experience in love. Middle school, I wouldn't count because that was short. Those only lasted like weeks to a month. But high school, that's where it's not as serious. It's not so serious, but if it gets past that, then no, it's all right. It's a little bit serious. I could go past adulthood a little bit through your 20s. I never had that. Things ended so quickly. And I know I'm bad about myself. And I could say another thing to the world. Don't be so blunt. I don't know how to say this as much. I am a blunt person. If someone comes up to me and says, hey, does this make me look bad, or these pants? I'm a person that will say, yes, they don't look that good. Try this, do this. And some people I've realized in my life don't like when you tell them they look bad in something when they expect you to say it looks good no matter what. I'm blunt. I tell you if you look bad. I tell you if you shouldn't do this. I'm not going to control you. I'm not going to say, hey, you can't wear that. It's like, well, it doesn't look that good, but you can wear it. But that's the thing. I'm blunt. I just say it. I don't sugarcoat things. That's a bad thing. Don't always be so blunt. It's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing a lot. I know it's a bad thing a lot of the times. It's to know the moments you need to be blunt. It's knowing when to be serious and be helpful, or like understanding, like when someone passes away, someone close to someone, you don't say, oh, that sucks. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I had that happen. Well, you'll get over it. That's like the worst thing you should say ever. Try to comfort them. And when I was younger, I didn't comfort people because I thought life, it's like, yeah. I thought it was all sunshine and rainbows, then a moment changed, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah, life, it's gonna happen. Because as a young kid, as someone that grew up the internet, you were numbed by a lot of things. Seeing all the worst in the world. You saw videos that you shouldn't have seen as a kid. And you're like, that's the world, I guess. You just get numbed by it. That's what happened to a lot of us at younger ages. We got numbed by stuff. It's not good. It was not good. So we took a lot of these interpretations to even everything, like love, where we start to think you need to be blunt. So yeah, that's what happens. That sucks. A lot of people do that now. And I did that. And I continue to do that. And I need to stop doing that, but it's so hard. And I want people to stop. I'm trying to be more emotional. I can be emotional. But when it comes to like common things and stuff, I'm not. I'm just a horrible person when it comes to this kind of stuff. So as for myself, to the whole world, I had the two things. Take your time. Take time with this stuff. And also, don't be so blunt. It is not that good. You're gonna ruin things before it even starts. Because you gotta be emotionally available for your partner, no matter what. You gotta be there. But hey, if you made it this far, thank you so much. Please share. I'm not ending this right now. Don't click on the next video. I know what you're doing. I'm just saying, if you made this far, thank you. I have nothing. This is no structure one, so I'm just going off of nothing. Just my own speech and walking around my living room on my phone. But that's a lot. What would you share? Like, what's that thing I know you had this a lot of time to think about it, but really, if you had to tell the whole entire world, every single person, every culture and all that stuff, and say, hey, this is one thing, and they're gonna take you let's say they take you as an expert in this, like, they're gonna trust your word and do what you said. Everyone's gonna do it. What would it be? Would it really fix a lot of people? As for myself, I'm a person that just needs time. I need to give things time. I never really gave things time because I try to rush things so quickly. We try to say things that relate to everyone else. It's hard. It's hard for me to do this and try to relate to everyone because this is a unique topic that everyone has a different story. If you're watching this and you're with someone who's married, anyone, you know what it takes to be in a relationship. You know what goes right, what doesn't. You know everything I'm talking about. You know what to do. You've done this. The start to the end, where you are now, you've experienced, I need to give this person time. I need to be less blunt about how I think about things. Because even them, to you, whoever who says something to you that's too blunt, when you need emotional support, like a little help, it hurts. It hurts. You feel like they're not going to be there for you when it comes to like moments they need. So we know what we need to do when you've been through this stuff. but people that haven't been. People who are watching this have not been in a single relationship. It's stressful. It's honestly, it can be very stressful, but also at the same time, it is not that bad. You have a couple lows, but if you are able to navigate this desert dunes of downs and ups, and you can actually slide down these mountains or these like little sand things and go down and actually go up the sand and keep going, you will know it's fun to just actually ride these waves and go, yep, I know this could be downs. I can handle this and go right back up. You can handle it. Trust me. You gotta learn though. And that's the hard part. People that have never dated don't know because you've never been on the desert. You never went through these dunes. You just go, I don't want to risk it because I don't want to stay down there and get like burnt and it's too hot and I can't crawl back up. I don't want to get in that stuck experience and no one's going to help you out, you feel. But if you find the right person, they will help you right out. And it's just, I don't know. I'm just probably gonna end this now, but I hope you can understand and relate to this at all. Please share, subscribe, leave a like. While YouTubers saying in my description, there's a Discord server if you want to talk to me. But hope you have a great day and toodaloo.